What up, Dokkanners? Burst mode is back, this time on the Int Resurrection F Blues Dokkan event. Burst mode is basically a mode where you can tally a bunch of modifiers, give yourself a higher score, and in doing so you can turn any random Dokkan event into a challenge beyond comprehension. The purpose of this is to basically score as many points as possible. The more points you score, the more burst coins you can get. Burst coins can be used to buy songs in your profile, which you can then use to equip onto various teams, the home screen, and things like that. They have since added a new version of the burst coin, which is called the Burst Coin Silver, wherein if you complete certain missions, which are very easy to do, you can then spend these burst coin silvers to buy EX orbs, not EX orbs, but skill equips for specific categories. The two categories in question would be the ones that are required for the missions. So in this particular case, it would be Resurrected Warriors and something else. So in today's video, we're going to be scoring 6,000 point minimum on one of the two categories, and then I will show you my max score 7,000 plus point run using the other category. So I will show the full point spread for my 7,000 plus run later on. Do check that out. For now, how to approach this is to basically reset the entire thing and then start by maximizing all points. Click on the most expensive stuff first, and then you work your way down. So let's start by doing that. 6,000 is the max, right? Or the minimum. So we're going to click all of these. Do keep in mind, the square ones are challenges. So they give you very low points, but they give you an immense challenge. So with all of this, our score comes out to 7180 for the maximum total. Do you care about that? If you do or if you don't, it just depends. But since we're trying to do the 6,000 point minimum, let's go ahead and do Power Beyond Super Saiyan. Let's go ahead and do, we'll keep the AGL and tech as is. Let's increase the team cost to 500 to make it easier to team build. Since we're running AGL and tech, we don't want to hurt those characters, so we don't want to increase damage reduction. Let's go ahead and remove those two. After that, what I basically do is I start to remove attack boosters. If we make the enemy less formidable, then we have less to worry about. So instead of having the enemy's attack at 500, let's bring it down to 50. Instead of bringing the enemy's defense at 500, let's drop it down to 50. We can also remove the HP ones. We can do this. We are now at 6440. I'm going to go ahead and remove this. This is one of the more unique modifiers. This one is where if you pick the opposite orb of your character, you will take damage. This one can be annoying for some people, so we're going to go ahead and remove that. And now we're at 6320. So we still have a lot more that we can remove, so it really just depends on you. I'm used to running this without items. I have all my units max links, so key isn't a problem, but if you want to remove that, you can. I'm going to go further up here and see if we can remove more stat changes. So here, starting from phase 3, enemies attack and defense goes up. We're going to get rid of that. We're going to reduce the damage reduction by 10% down to 15. Actually, we can just remove it altogether. No damage reduction. And we can also remove enemies attack and defense 200%. That's a little too far, so I'm going to put this back on. And so now with 70 points left to shave off, we can remove it either through threshold damage or we can do it through the key system. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this. So we are now losing only 2 key as opposed to 3. So 6,020, that's okay. That's enough to get the missions done. You have to do this run twice. Once with each of the category modifiers selected. On your second run, after you clear the 6,000 point minimum, you can turn off all modifiers and just turn on Resurrected Warriors, and it'll be easy. But you have to make sure you have that turned on. So we're going to do Power Beyond Super Saiyan. So let's go ahead and assemble a team for Power Beyond Super Saiyan. The cool thing about this event is that it automatically adjusts the category filters for you. So right now, Power Beyond Super Saiyan is in fact what we've got. So let's just go ahead and run an easy team. Power Beyond Super Saiyan, we would have the gods, Power Beyond Super Saiyan, and Kamehameha is a good leader skill. So let's go ahead and do that. Since Power Beyond Super Saiyan is already selected automatically, we just simply have to pick Kamehameha. And now we have our full cross section. So I'm going to throw in the Gogeta. I'm going to throw in the Super Saiyan 4. I'm going to throw in the Gotenks. Who else do I want to bring? My team cost is not a problem. It's at 308. We still have a couple more units we can bring. We can throw this guy on there and throw that guy. So with that, plus the 77 from this, our total is going to come to 491. That is still within the confines of 500 team cost. So for me, this is about to be very easy. Depending on the constraints you want to put on yourself, this can either be easier or tougher. So that being said, let's jump in and let's go ahead and run through the entire thing. Shouldn't take too long. Since we did select the key -2, you definitely want to be going for the key pickups over here on the right side. The question mark panels can give you key, but it's sometimes not key. And since it's all just pickups and stuff on the side, it's not worth it. It's definitely worth going for the guaranteed key boost for right now. So what do we want to do? Let's do this one. And then we can do 1. Then we'll select 3. Maybe we can get lucky and get 1 more. Yes, we got 4. Okay. So that is the most amount of key boosts we can get for this particular run. Since my team is loaded, this shouldn't take very long. This should not be very difficult. So primarily what I'm going to be doing is just stacking with the gods. I don't think anybody else is honestly going to have to do anything. Considering we nerf the enemy stats down to the bare bones, we're not going to be seeing much resistance. This fight is going to be on par with regular Super Battle Road. If that, it's not going to be much. So you'll see this, and then you can compare this to what the next run is going to be in the video. The 7,000 plus point score. I think I got 7,080. I normally just try to get 7,000 to start, and then towards the end of the burst mode window, I'll try to go for the higher score. This time around, the most it would be 7,180. So I may not try too hard, but we'll see. If you're trying to do those sorts of runs, you need more rainbow characters. You need more max links. It can still be done without those factors, but it's just generally harder because there's less RNG that you have to rely on because your units are just so much more powerful. So yeah, like I said, that's easy. All right. Next, we're fighting Int. Physical Goku Vegeta Blue. Okay, so let's have the gods go first. Then we'll do this for the Super Saiyan 4. And then we'll do this for the Super Saiyan 3. This is definitely not going to go 2 turns, but it is going to go past the gods, which is disappointing. Two bars. Shame. Okay. Now we're on to phase 3. There's 4 phases. All right, since we've been stacking with these guys already, let's go ahead and finish the job. Let's not let anybody else do anything. Stacking is essentially the name of the game on this event. So when you're trying to assemble your squad, just keep in mind you want to have at least a couple of pillar units, characters that you're always going to be throwing in the slot 1, characters that will be growing along with the event. The tankier you make the enemy, so the higher the damage reduction, the higher the defense, the higher the health, the longer it will take, and therefore the more robust your characters will be. So characters like the gods, AGL, LR, Super Saiyan, Bardock, characters like that will very much thrive on this. This is not a very tough event, even to run at maximum difficulty. Normally, challenging burst mode runs will take me a couple of runs because I'll need to get lucky with some RNG. Here, there was absolutely no RNG, except for one guy. I did bring one Pipsqueak on my 7,000 plus team, which you'll see towards the end. But we were very much able to quickly erase that weakness with the Vegito trick. All right, we're on the final phase. Let's go ahead and transform into the Blues. We'll do this. We actually might go more than slot 1, slot 2 here, but let's see. Dodge, baby. Never mind. So as soon as we wrap this up, you guys will get a chance to take a look at the final section of my 7,000 plus score run. This upgrade. Oh man, that was tough. You know what though? As much as I'm mocking these guys, this was a good content drop. I gotta say, this whole set of content that they gave us for this little section, very well done. A lot of them were challenging. This was sort of a gimme where you just get 9 free stones, but you know what? We'll take those. We will take those. Six minutes. There's our team and our score. Oh, it doesn't show here. Well, you saw. It's 6,020. All right. Here's my 7,000 plus score run using Resurrected Warriors, AGL, and Tech. If you guys want to copy this, go ahead. Here's the entire point breakdown. As for the team comp, here it is. All you got to do, stack and stack and stack. It's basically Festival of Battles, only not as scary. So let's just go ahead and jump to the final stage where things get awesome.
Vegeta, put this on your right ear, please! Vegeta?
Give it to me, now! This is what I'm supposed to do, right?
Yep, thanks, Vegeta.
This is Super Vegito! Witness the power of the Potara! I won't hold back! Take this! pathetic. Me! I'm going to defeat you!
Switch! Vegeta, put this on your right ear, please! Vegeta?
Give it to me now! This is what I'm supposed to do, right?
Yep, thanks, Vegeta.
This is Super Vegito! Witness the power of the Potara!